Oh, what's up? My youngins, my OGs, welcome to the crib. Alright, today I just want to talk to y'all about this quick little topic. We finna get into it. So let's talk about Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens. That whole situation right there is unfortunate, guys. I hate it for the fans out in Boston, right? I mean, not Boston. I'm talking Boston. I was thinking about the Jaylen Brown situation as well. We'll get into that a little bit later with Jaylen Brown and the Boston Celtics. But look back to Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens. This thing is constantly spiraling out of control. Lamar Jackson has requested a trade from the Baltimore Ravens. Now, what a lot of fans don't get, and I struggle with this as well, is understanding why Baltimore is not signed Lamar Jackson. Like, what is the reason? This man is an MVP. This man is a baller. He has carried the Baltimore Ravens practically since his rookie year. He's been the catalyst. He's been the driving force that has made Baltimore one of the top teams in that conference and in that division. And it's like the other quarterbacks that's out who've actually signed these guaranteed contracts and these long-term deals. They haven't won MVP. They're not Lamar Jackson, you know. Even Denver, the deal that they gave Russell Wilson out in Denver, you know, and I think, you know, Russell, he's been a great player in the league for a long time, okay? But clearly he's not Lamar Jackson at this stage of his career, okay? All right, so you have some of the other guys that have signed deals, and the most comparable player, right, that you look at to say, okay, this is the precedent, this is the mark for quarterbacks for contract is concerned, and that is Deshaun Watson, the deal that he got from the Cleveland Browns. So when Lamar seen that, he's like, oh, yeah, I know it's payday for me. You know, my contract is coming up, you know, and so it's payday. It's payday time. So, but why they're not doing it? And my thing for Baltimore is I don't know what the hell they were thinking. They should have locked him in 2 years ago. They would have got him for cheaper. But now they set the mark. They set the precedent for quarterbacks. And Lamar has been on par with every quarterback in the league as far as his performance. And now they don't want to pay him. And now they're trying to say, okay, well, this is why we're not going to pay this man, right? They talking about how he's injury prone or whatever to some degree, right? But they're using the fact that he missed games last year to justify them not giving up the contract, not paying him. So you can't use last year because they're not being completely honest with the fans. Lamar was not really injured. He was sitting out because, like, I'm not gonna question the veracity of the injury. Maybe he was nicked up, but he could have played if he wanted to. But he was not going to come back on the field without the contract. Because now he's risking, if he do come out there and get a serious injury, then he's screwed. So that's why, in my opinion, I don't know this for fact, it's my opinion, I believe that Lamar Jackson was sitting out last season because he didn't want to risk getting injured and ruin his chances of getting that long-term deal. And now they're using that against him. Okay? So, he requested a trade on March the 2nd. The Baltimore tagged him Baltimore Ravens tagged him on March the 7th. Unrestricted, non-exclusive franchise tag. I think that means that no other teams can offer him during this time. And I think on the non-exclusive, I think he's set to make about 40, maybe 50 million this year with Baltimore if he decides to play. And that's what I'm saying. Like, he don't want to come out there and play for one season, risk getting hurt, and now he ruined his chances of getting that long-term contract. So that's what he's doing, and I understand it. It makes total sense. But here's the thing that nobody is touching on, which I think some people have touched on it just a little bit, but they have not talked about it in plain terms, basically. So what's going on with Baltimore and this Lamar Jackson situation, and the reason why, in my opinion, Lamar has not signed that contract, that like Baltimore have not given him that contract, is because Lamar Jackson does not have what they call what's the word I'm looking for? Not general, not somebody help me. What's the word? Lamar Jackson does not have what's the word? He does not have okay. I forget the word. I can't think of the word right now. I'm having a brain freeze. But listen, bro. Lamar Jackson, the Ravens have not signed Lamar to this long-term deal because Lamar does not have representation. He does not have representation. He is his own agent. He does not have a formal, I don't know the word, formal, not formal. He's basically doing business the way that they don't want to do business. Right? And so they put him through all of this, right? Making it all public, right? To discourage any future players from trying to represent themselves. That's all this is. Like, there is no reason other than that why Lamar Jackson doesn't have a contract. He's a freaking MVP, for crying out loud. Stop playing and say what it is. It's because he don't have an agent. That's it. That's it. That's all. If Lamar Jackson had an agent, he would be signed on a max fully guaranteed contract. Jerry Jones paid Dak Prescott. Prescott is not Lamar Jackson. Patrick Mahomes, the only player right now in the league, for me, in my opinion, it's only a handful of guys that you could say that's better than Lamar Jackson. Only a handful. And I'm only saying that now because he missed the last 6 games of last season. So we don't know. We might be saying that there's no player. If he'd have played the full season and took Baltimore to the playoffs and made a huge deep run in the playoffs and he was spectacular and all that, we might be saying there's nobody. But there's Patrick Mahomes, there's Joe Burrow, there's Josh Allen. I mean, who else? Nobody. There's nobody. Everybody has the deal except for Lamar Jackson, and they're not telling you why, but I'm telling you. It's because he don't have an agent. My OGs, my youngins, I'm out.